Alright, I need to make a new video to show you what I found, but before I do that, I have to recap my other videos and explain a few things I'd like to clear up. So the first thing I want to show you and remind you is that Obama said he was worried about a nuke going off in Manhattan, okay? That's on YouTube. Look it up. Go check it out. Alright, I told you about this in my other videos. He also recently warned citizens to be prepared for disaster. I showed you this picture before in, I believe it was my last video, of Obama at the Hoover Dam. Okay, I should have put this picture of Obama in front of this mural at the Denver airport. I completely forgot about it, and I'm very sorry about that. But I want you to see it's this particular mural, okay? And I pointed out in my last video that that mural, this is the same one, has a bison in it, okay? And lots of destruction, all right? And I also want to remind you that Obama just made the bison the first national mammal. He just did that, okay? Here are some images of bison. And I'd like to go back to this mural and just say what I should have said about it in the other video. Why I think it's important, I couldn't figure out for the life of me for years. Why would there be a bison here? I mean, a lot of this stuff is, I think it's a sign of the times. It's just one of those little things they slip in there for the details. Like this in the flower, like the leopard with the spots. Just consider it, like the fact that you can't see it until you zoom in, but there's a wave, a big wave in the city, and there's fire and destruction here, okay? So consider that. Now, I had also mentioned something about the Book of Enoch, okay? I mentioned that if you looked in the Book of Enoch, it'll explain what spirits are. And before I start, I'll show you this. You can read along while I talk. But basically, I explained that scrying is a form of divination. And in the Bible it tells you you're not supposed to be divining for spirits or reading tarot cards or any of that stuff. There's a reason for it. And it's in Enoch, okay, in chapter 15. And I wanted to show you that. I'm not just saying that randomly. It's important, okay? When you do that, you're really contacting evil spirits. You are. And I believe that's one of the many, many reasons the Book of Enoch is not part of the Bible anymore. It used to be, but somebody decided that you didn't need that information, and they took it out. Well, I'm sorry, but a lot of the information in the Book of Enoch really helps you make sense of a lot of what's in the Bible, that you read the Bible and you go, well, I can't understand it. This makes no sense at all. Go ahead and read the Book of Enoch, and then you'll think about it, and you'll say, okay, logic tells me, and you'll make your own conclusions. I don't need to tell you how to think, and I'm not going to preach at you. But I want you to know that this book exists. This chapter is here. I looked it up. Oh, whoops, if I scroll down. Anyway, it's the Book of Enoch. And all I did was type in the Book of Enoch, chapter 15. And what I want to show you is down right here. Okay? So basically, men were given wives, but the angels weren't. Okay? They're spirits. And see, you being spiritual and holy, possessing life which is eternal, have polluted yourselves. He's talking about the fallen angels with women. Okay? It talks about that in Genesis, and a lot of people poo-poo it, but it's very well explained if you read the Book of Enoch. Okay? And have begotten in carnal blood, have lusted in the blood of men, have done as those who are flesh and blood do. Okay? Those, however, die and perish. Men die and perish. Angels have everlasting eternal life. Right? Well, so it says, so men, basically, therefore I have given to them wives that they might cohabit with them, that sons might be born of them, that this might be transacted upon the earth. But you, from the beginning, were made spiritual, possessing a life which is eternal, and not subject to death forever. Therefore I made not wives for you, because being spiritual your dwelling is in heaven. Now the giants, who have been born of spirit and of flesh, shall be called upon the earth evil spirits, and on earth shall be their habitation. Evil spirits shall proceed from their flesh, because they were created from above. From holy watchers was their beginning and primary foundation. Evil spirits shall they be upon the earth, and spirits of the wicked shall they be called. The habitation of spirits of heaven shall be in heaven, but upon earth shall be the habitation of terrestrial spirits who are born on earth. The spirits of giants shall be like clouds, which shall oppress, corrupt, fall, content, and bruise upon the earth. They shall cause lamentation. No food shall they eat, and they shall be thirsty. They shall be concealed, and shall not rise up against the sons of men and against women, for they come forth during the days of slaughter and destruction. Are you paying attention to that? I'm not trying to preach to you. I just want you to know it's there, okay? And it's important. So, and as to the death of giants, wheresoever their spirits depart from their bodies, let their flesh, that which is perishable, be without judgment. Thus shall they perish until the day of the great consummation of the great world. A destruction shall take place of the watchers and the impious. All right, that's really important. So I want to recap some of these things that I originally told you about. All right, and let me just go back to, all right, so in part 2, I showed you that George Bush Sr. basically told you he couldn't wait for New World Order to happen and for the UN to step into their peacekeeping role. And Junior was telling you all about the angel in the whirlwind, okay? And he's mocking you. He knows it. And in part 3, I told you that Kylie was displayed on the Empire State Building. That's the god of destruction, often portrayed with Shiva, okay? And Kali is also the black one. Shiva, there's a statue of Shiva outside of CERN, okay, and they did some ritual dance thing, and they've done all kinds of crazy stuff, but a lot of people, even Stephen Hawking, thinks that CERN is a really bad idea. He thinks it could be the end of us all. Go look it up. It's, you know, Part 4, I talk about predictive programming and how you see things and you are conditioned beforehand, which... what I want to say about that right now is a lot of people have this attitude. Yeah, well, of course we're going to be attacked and there are going to be more mass shootings and of course there's going to be more terrorism and this and that. They're just conditioned to accept it rather than investigate why that might be and what else might be going on. Okay, not to mention the fact that there are some very specific examples of predictive programming for all sorts of things, which I did mention in, I think it was part 15, I may have mentioned that. But anyway, it's in the videos, and I did show you this, and I told you about it. But also in this part, I told you about scrying, and it's divination, and that those 9/11 memorial reflecting pools are basically giant scrying pools, which you're not supposed to do, which tells you the people that run this world and have all the money and are in charge, the people who have all the power, that's who they worship. They're into that, whether you are or not. That's what they're into, okay? And then they go ahead and put one of 5 balloon flower sculptures by Jeffrey Kuntz right near those memorials, the red one, okay? That's important. And it's to memorialize the survivors of 9/11, okay? I say to you, that red balloon flower sculpture is an X marks the spot, hello there, red flag, warning to every person living after 9/11 to pay attention. okay? And I'm going to show you that in my next video, just how in your face it is, all right? Excuse me, I have a cold. And if you look at the song lyrics for 99 Red Balloons, you know, it talks about opens up one eager eye, which is basically, you know, the all-seeing eye reference, and it talks about in this dust that was a city, if I could find a red balloon, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you, that sculpture is an X marks the spot. And those lyrics are there for you to pay attention to, and I made another connection, and I'm going to tell you about that. But I'll get to that in a second. So I started decrypting some of these videos in what my heart told me. You take everything I say before God. I don't profess to know everything. This is just what my heart is telling me to tell you and warn you about. I showed you in these, excuse me, Red Balloon, 99 Red Balloon music videos, all of them. This one, there's reference to the all-seeing eye. There are 5 explosions. There's the pit from Revelation. This is like the catching away of the bride, and a whole bunch of other things, like, you know, in here, again, reference to the all-seeing eye. There's lots of things in the book of Revelation that are referenced here. Just fire and explosions, and on and on and on. And in all these videos, you're going to see red balloons. In this one, I show you about the UN planes, but I also show you that there's a lot of occult symbolism in the modern version of the German 99 red balloons, the Luftballon that she does. And it's got a lot of occult symbolism, and a lot of it points to Revelation, okay, in the Bible. This one here, this one doesn't have a ton of occult symbolism, but it's almost all Revelation in the Bible, okay? Go and watch it. I pointed out the actual scriptures in here, and it's not, I mean, look at it. It's crazy. This one here, okay, I'm going to click on it and show you a couple things. I'm going to turn the music off. This is Kylie Minogue, excuse me, and she's got, again, smoke and mirrors, so there are mirrors. Her name is all in mirrors, and she's giving a concert. It's the Melt Festival. Catching my drift? Everything's gonna burn. And she's got smoke and mirrors, and she's dressed in black and white, holding a red balloon. These backup singers are in black and white. That's kind of occult symbolism right there. And as you go along and you watch, you see a big red flash of light. Okay, and I'll try to get to it exactly on the spot. Of course, I lost my notes, but that's okay. So you see it flashes, and then it goes along, and then it's all red. Okay? All red, like there was an explosion. And then she lets the balloon go. Okay? Letting go of a red balloon is a warning sign. The color of red is fire, blood, destruction. I went over that before. This is Bella from the X Factor, Australia. Okay, she covers 99 red balloons in this portion here. I tried to do several different videos. And I wanted to show you that she's got this occult coloring back here in this pyramid in red. And she points to her eye for the all-seeing eye at one point. And I'm just going to let it play because it's easier for you to see it and for me to not be confused. But there's all this occult colors and symbolism and the triangles. And when the lyrics come up, just like in Goldfinger, opens up one eager eye, she points to her eye. You can go back and listen to this if you want to. And then after the video, she starts crying, okay? And she explains to them that she started to have a panic attack before she came on to perform the song, okay? And I didn't say it when I made the video, but I should have said what I was feeling, okay? Which is that she's crying and telling them she had a panic attack, but I think it's a warning to you if you're paying attention. My heart tells me that is a reference to the weeping and, see that? Look at that. The weeping and gnashing of teeth. Her crying, telling them she had a panic attack after the fact. Now, the weeping and gnashing of teeth are Matthew 8:12, Matthew 22:13, Matthew 24:51, Matthew 25:30, and Luke 13:28. Go look it up. See what I'm talking about? That's all part of what's going to happen. You know, it's coming down the road. So now I'm going to play the video again. And the next thing is that the Renegades, the only thing they were like playing like in a basement setting or whatever, and hold on. Oh, because I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Alright, sorry, my computer doesn't want to cooperate. But the Renegades were playing, and the only thing I noticed in their video was this big, bright flash of light. Okay? And it's probably because I have so many tabs open. It does. Anyway, so we'll move along from that. You can go and look at it. And then after that, the next thing that plays is someone had made a video to the Goldfinger cover of the song. And I had stopped it at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, of course, it's not going to let me do it. Let's see if I'll fix it like that. I'm really sorry about that. I think it's just frozen. Anyway, it stopped, and it's 99 dreams I've had, in every one a red balloon. And I said that I think that's a warning. It's a reference to all the people having dreams and visions in this time that we're living in. And I also think it pertains to what I discovered now as like how in your face that red balloon flower sculpture, the lyrics to the song, here we go, maybe I can show you. Okay, here it is. 99 dreams I've had, and every one a red balloon. Okay, there are so many images of red balloons, celebrities with red balloons in movies, red balloons in artwork. I'm going to show you that in my next video. It's in your face, and it's a warning. Why not pick another color? If you just go and Google celebrities with balloons, the majority of images, if you really look, they've always got a red balloon, and they may not actually be holding it. It might be their child, or it might just be that that celebrity was in a spot, someone randomly took a picture. Like I have one of Justin Timberlake. The balloons are in behind him. He's not actually holding them. But there's a reason for it. It's a warning to you. I'm totally convinced of it, and I sound like I'm being hysterical, but I cannot even explain how many images I found of this red balloon phenomenon everywhere. And I'm telling you, that red balloon flower sculpture, he made 5 colors, and they put the red one in New York City. Oh, it's definitely an X marks the spot. That's just what my heart tells me. You're supposed to know this, and I'm supposed to tell you. So, I just wanted to let you know that. And then after that, the last video I did in here was this woman who, she did Beowulf to the music without the lyrics, okay? She told a Cliff Notes version of Beowulf to the music of 99 Luft Balloons. And so much of it refers to Revelation in the Bible. It's crazy. You should check it out and see what I'm talking about. I'm going to try to put the other video together, and hopefully it doesn't take me too long, but my computer's not very happy with me lately. So the last thing I want to show you, and this is really important. So something told me, go ahead and look up Nana on IMDb, which is the Internet Movie Database, okay? And just see. And, you know, she performs the song and all these things. in certain movies, okay, and TV shows. Mr. Nobody. Um, okay, this movie, The Watchmen, in part 15, I showed you all kinds of predictive programming, and one of the images I used was from the movie The Watchmen when they nuke the city. They nuke it, okay? And then my best friend's girl, she's got all these in here. It's on Scrubs. I'll show you that where they're all dancing to that. Gilmore Girls, Boogie Nights, The Wedding Singer, okay? Grosse Point Blank. Go check it out. How many movies this song is in, but I find it interesting, really, that it's in The Wedding Singer, and specifically that it's in The Watchmen, which is showing you New York City getting destroyed by a nuke. Okay, and I'm saying Wedding Singer because, you know, the Bride of Christ. It's how, like, you can't make this up. Just like, how in the world did she ever set the Cliff Notes to Beowulf to 99 Red Balloons, and it's also, just like almost all of the other videos, got references to Revelation in it. That's just, what are the odds of that? Anyway, I think I'm done for the moment. I will try to put that other video up as soon as I can, but I have a feeling it's going to take a while. Thank you for listening.